Previously on Castle.
Stay with me. I love you. I love you, Kate.
Since we crossed that yellow tape and went into that alley, and every time I cross the tape at a crime scene, I think of that night.
We were supposed to go to dinner together, my mom, my dad, and I, and she was gonna meet us at the restaurant, but she never showed. 2 hours later, we went home. They found her body. She had been stabbed.
We believe we're dealing with a professional, someone with extensive military training.
A contract killer.
He kills with a single blow. There is no doubt in my mind that Jack Coonan was killed by the same man who murdered your mother.
It was you. She was my mother.
Who hired you to kill her?
You'll never touch him.
No, no!
You want to learn who ordered the hit on your mommy? You better make sure I make it out of here.
If it wasn't for you, I would have never found my mom's killer. And someday soon, I'm gonna find the sons of bitches who had Coonan kill her. 10 years since we came home and found that detective waiting for us.
Detective Raglan.
Beckett.
Detective Beckett,
Yeah.
this is John Raglan. I was the lead investigator on your mother's homicide 12 years ago.
I remember you, Detective Raglan.
We need to talk about your mother's case. There's something you don't know.
Tell me what I don't know about my mom's murder.
This thing started about 19 years ago, back before I ever knew who Joanna Beckett was. I hid a lot of sins behind my badge. And now I gotta carry them. Your mother's case, that one weighs a ton. I made a bad mistake. And that started the dominoes falling. And one of them was your mother.
Our shooter is Hal Lockwood.
Who hired you?
Okay, so here's what we know so far. 19 years ago, Raglan and at least 2 other cops were kidnapping mobsters for ransom. You and Raglan were up to your necks in murder and kidnapping.
We did what we thought we had to do.
And you did plenty. Things went south when they tried to snatch Joe Pulgatti.
They mistakenly killed an undercover Fed named Bob Armand. To cover their asses, they pinned Armand's murder on Pulgatti.
And then 7 years later, my mom and a group of her colleagues tried to put together an appeal for Pulgatti.
Your mother was the only one willing to take a chance on me. She didn't care that I was a thug.
All she cared about was the truth. The cops knew that if the case got overturned, they would all be exposed. They hired Dick Coonan to kill all of them.
You don't understand, Detective. You woke the dragon. And this is so much bigger than you realize.
Pulgatti said that there were 3 kidnappers in that van. That means there's at least 2 conspirators out there now.
And we already know who one of them is. Raglan's old academy buddy, Gary McAllister.
Lockwood's no longer in administrative segregation. He was transferred to general population about an hour ago.
Don't make a mess of it, okay? I never do.
I've been going to that prison every week for the last 4 months to have a staring contest with the devil, and the devil just blinked. First Raglan and now McAllister. What are you doing? Collecting the whole set?
Montgomery's our third cop. He wants us to take Lockwood out because Lockwood leads us to him. He's been lying to us the whole time.
Beckett stays alive as long as you keep her on a leash. That's the deal that you made with him. If you and Raglan and McAllister hadn't sinned so spectacularly, then God wouldn't have sent a punishment like me. And that was what, your last stand? That's just sad, boy. I'm just gonna kill her anyway.
No. You're not. And he's not. I saw to it. You're done, Lockwood. We both are.
Just doesn't make any sense. It was supposed to be over. Montgomery sacrificed himself. Killing Lockwood and all his guys, he said he was ending it. He said he was doing it to keep her safe. So if the plan was to keep her safe, then why the hell are they still coming after her?
I'm a friend of Roy Montgomery's. I'm calling about Detective Beckett.
Have any idea who he was?
Just that he's a friend of Montgomery's, that he owed Montgomery his life. He said Montgomery sent him some files that if they ever got out, could hurt some very powerful people.
United States Capitol. How may I direct your call?
Congressional officers, please.
They were using those files as a threat to keep Montgomery's family from ever being harmed. Beckett's safety was also part of the deal.
But they went after her anyway.
He didn't get the files until after she was shot. He says she's safe now, on one condition. She can't go near the case. If she does, he can't guarantee her safety. If she digs, they will kill her.
The boys told me about what you did, following the money trail, trying to track down who the cops paid off.
I mean, I located the files. When the bank closed, they took all the debt account paperwork and stored it in a warehouse in Union City. But a couple years after the move, fire broke out. The files were destroyed.
That warehouse burned down 3 weeks after my mom's murder.
Someone was destroying evidence.
The investigator ruled it an accident.
There's an easy way to find out. Just ask the man who wrote the report, Rod Halsted.
Unless I got to him, too.
We're not going to change her, Richard. She's going to keep going out there, and she's going to keep digging.
Who set that fire? Who had you cover it up?
Get out! Okay.
You tell them that I'm coming after them, and you tell them that I'll find them.
Not if I stop her. She won't listen to me. I can steer her away.
For how long?
It's not enough. But it's enough for now.
I'm not going to lose her again.
After my mother was killed, something inside me changed. It's like I built up this wall inside.
You crawled inside your mother's murder and didn't come out. I know you hide there. Same way you hide in these nowhere relationships with men you don't love.
I'm not going to be able to have the kind of relationship that I want until the wall comes down.
You don't remember me tackling you?
No, I don't remember much of anything. They say that there's some things that are better not being remembered.
Yeah.
I remember everything.
I didn't sleep well that whole first year after you got out of the academy. I had nightmares where it swallowed you whole.
You don't know me, Castle. You think you do, but you don't.
You've been chasing this thing so long, you're afraid to find out who you are without it. You could be happy, Kate. You deserve to be happy. But you're afraid.
I've let it define me, drive me. It's made me who I am. I want to be more than who I am. But I don't know if I know how to do that without letting my mom down.
She's dead, Kate. You can't let her down.
Your mother always said that life never delivers anything that we can't handle. She was a devout believer in the truth. And if she were here right now, she'd tell you the truth can never hurt you.
How am I supposed to let go?
The guy who shot me is gone. Dick Coonan, gone. Hal Lockwood, gone. Montgomery, gone. My mom, everybody is gone, Castle.
She won't listen to me, and she won't back down. Not unless someone can convince her that her life is worth more than her mother's death.
I cannot make Beckett stand down, Castle. I never could. And the way I figure the only one who can is you.
I know you care about her. Don't let her throw her life away.
Does she know about this? You always did like playing with dynamite.
I'll say what you like time bombs.
Eventually they explode.
Hey, you did! This is your fault. You pushed her to look into her mother's murder. She was shot because of you, and Montgomery is dead because of you.
There are times when a well-placed pawn is more powerful than a king.
I'll say what you like time bombs.
I remember everything.
I'm not gonna lose her again.